The other people.
So there's been an array of topics there. Is there anything that you wanted to jump into?
The biggest thing that stuck out to me is 20 years ago, last Sunday was a game changer in my life.
Okay.
I went to see Dave Matthews Band for the first time ever. It was at RFK Stadium in DC. It was pouring down rain the entire night. We had we were as decent as you could get seats.
Yeah.
But the show was like absolutely phenomenal. And that was one of the moments where, like, there's a few game-changing events in my professional life. That might be the biggest one. That and going to Saturday Night Live are like the two biggest ones that I didn't personally have a part in. Like when I did the sketch show, that was a game changer in my life.
Yeah.
But for things that I just went to, that was such a game changer because obviously, I'm a massive Dave Matthews fan. It was such a miserable day because the weather was just horrible and it just rained the whole time. But once the show, it kind of sprinkled, it was like nasty rain and you just got wet.
Yeah.
And then as soon as the show started, the heavens just opened up and it just poured down rain on us. And it was cool because Dave Matthews is he's very improvisational.
Yep.
So he actually rewrote, like he improvised words to the songs
And make it fit the climate of
it fit the rain. So like the beginning of Two Step, he does this whole verse. He said it doesn't do it anymore, but he did it for a long time where he would just kind of improv the first verse of Two Step. And he did the whole thing about like Noah's Ark and like all this, like the rain. And it was just like, oh, it was so cool. So anyway, I listened to that show all the time, but that was July 19th, 2000 that I went and saw Dave Matthews for the first time. Since then, I've seen him like 35 times. And you know what? I've seen a lot of really, really, really good shows. But that, to me, that's the greatest concert I've ever been to in my entire life. And nothing will ever come close.
Really?
Well, maybe not.
Right.
But nothing will ever come close to that show. And I got one where I was like I was in the pit and I was probably like 3-4 people from him, but that still wasn't. I can tell you the whole rundown of that entire first show. All I can tell you from the other show is I got really cool video and really cool pictures.
Right.
Because I was so close.
Wow. 20 years ago. Well,
20 years ago. It's insane.
Here's some other things that have turned 20. We have Y2K. That was 20 years ago.
My cousins had buckets. No, they had gallon jugs still in their stored away in their bathroom, their extra bathroom. Because
Still now?
2K. They had it up until maybe 10 years ago.
Okay. We had Dan Marino won his last NFL game January 9th, 2000.
Oh, Dan Marino. Oh, sports starts tonight.
What is it?
Sports.
Which sport?
Baseball.
Okay.
7:00. So in less than an hour, the Yankees and the Nationals are gonna have their first pitch. So that's cool.
We had NSYNC release the song "Bye Bye Bye" 20 years ago. That's what I want to play.
I just saw that One Direction's 10 years old. How did that happen?
Wow, I guess that is true.
And NSYNC 20 years ago. That's crazy.
Oops, I Did It Again came out 20 years ago.
That was one of the greatest albums ever.
It was.
Britney's first and second albums are two of the best albums.
We had the movie Aaron Brockovich, if you've ever heard of that movie. That came out 20 years ago.
We call it Aaron Crockish.
Yeah.
No, I have not seen that movie.
Well, I've seen it once. It was what it was.
Yeah.
The Jim Carrey movie The Grinch 20 years ago. So Eminem had a song. I can't find it now, but it came out 20 years ago. So quite a few things. So when looking back on things like, 20 years, there's a milestone, nostalgia often kicks in.